Hello everybody, welcome back to Screen Stars. I'm here today to bring you another of my PlayStation 4 reviews, and today's review is for Immortal Realms Vampire Wars. Now this is a strategy game that is based on vampires, is the simplest way to explain it, and it's a game that came out a few months ago on the PlayStation 4, and it is a game that I was interested in picking up at launch, but its launch clashed with a few other titles and I never ended up picking it up on launch. It was one of those that I wasn't desperate to play, but I was certainly interested in because, as you know by watching my reviews, I am a fan of strategy games. And I've been waiting for it to come into a reasonably deep sale so that I can pick it up. And the newest sale on the PlayStation Store has allowed me to do that. Now I paid. I think it was something like £25 for this, reduced from close to 50, I think, something like that. So a pretty good sale. So I have picked it up now, and what we get with this game is, well, if you've played strategy games and you've played games similar to this, it will feel immediately familiar. You are at the main menu, introduced to a few options. You've got a campaign mode, you've got a sandbox mode, and you've got a scenarios type mode. The usual kind of modes you would expect in a game like this. I've dabbled a little bit in the other modes, but they don't particularly offer anything new. Sandbox mode does exactly what you think it does. You choose your clan, so you've got like 3 vampire clans to choose from. You choose your win conditions for the sandbox mode, and then you choose the settings as well to make the game just how you want it to be. Scenarios kind of speaks for itself, but for me, I've been putting most of my time into the campaign mode. Now again, when you start, you can only start initially with one clan. It's the Dracul clan, and you've got a few like story campaign things to get through, and as you progress through it, you then unlock the other clans as well, and you can play their campaign modes as well. So you kind of do it from 3 different perspectives, if you like, the campaign mode. Now it's nothing too deep here, the story, if I'm being perfectly honest. Essentially, you will start off, for example, a Dracul clan, and you've got to defend your lands from them being invaded by humans and others, because they want to drive you out with forks and all this kind of stuff. You're evil, of course you are, you're vampires. And it doesn't really get much deeper than that, really. But it doesn't really need to be. It's a strategy game. And the idea is with this game is it's like you start on a map, and it is your job to gain control of that map for each region that you're in. And you do this in a number of ways. You have to traverse the map with your army that you will start off with a reasonably small army on each map, each region, and you have to build up your strengths, and you do this by drawing cards. So it's a card based strategy game here. So you'll be given the opportunity in a number of different ways to draw cards and use your cards, and you can use your cards to increase your forces, make them stronger, to expand the villages. Now the idea is you traverse the map and you claim certain sections of the map for your own. Once you've claimed it, that village, if you like, or the library or the town becomes yours, and you can upgrade it by adding new buildings to it, farmers, all this kind of stuff. Upgrade them, and then it makes them better so that you can go back and feed off those towns. And the currency here in this game is blood, essentially. So you've got to like get as much blood as you can, because you need blood to be able to draw these cards. Some of these cards are quite powerful, and you're going to need blood to draw these cards to heal your armies, increase the army's strength, all this kind of stuff. And there's a whole array of cards in the deck for you to choose from, and a few different ways for you to draw new cards. There are blacksmiths on the map for you to get new armor for your leader, depending on which campaign you're doing. to make them stronger. You can upgrade certain sections, and you can also upgrade the cards as well that you draw in battle to make them more powerful. So there's a few different things that you can upgrade in the game and things like that that makes it makes your armies a little bit more powerful. But the upshot of it is you walk around the map, you take over certain areas, and then you will battle other armies that are on this map, and the idea is you try and gain control. Now, the real strength in a strategy game is obviously the battles. Now, are the battles actually worth playing? Now, I'll be perfectly honest here, the first couple of battles I played in the game, I wasn't particularly impressed. It was fairly bare bones. It's just a case of move your armies here, and when they come and attack you, you attack back, and you can draw certain cards to give you certain advantages in the battle. But it's not XCOM type strategy. However, there is some strategy involved. You've got to think about where you place your units. You've got archers. There's a whole array of units. You've got spearmen, archers. You've got wolves, bats, all this kind of stuff. And you could upgrade them or make them more powerful. And there's more than that, but it's the usual sort of stuff. They've got advantages, disadvantages. Obviously you keep your archers at the back and you fire at the enemies as they get closer. I found the best way to get success in these battles is to be quite strategic and place your units carefully and draw the enemy in, and like outmaneuver them, if you like, when you draw them in. And that's worked really well for me for the most part, and I end up not losing many units. But if you do lose units, you can always recruit more if you've got the right cards after battles. If you've got the right card, you can heal your armies quickly. So you traverse this map, and like I say, initially you start off quite weak, but you get stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger, and some battles you'll be so powerful you can just auto-resolve them, because there's no point doing the battle because you'll beat them so easily. And there's other battles where it doesn't give you that option because you're more on an even keel with the enemies. But I'm not going to lie, I've actually found the battle system to be quite addictive. I wasn't initially impressed, but it does actually draw you in, and it does get quite addictive. And I found myself thinking, oh, just one more battle. I'm just gonna make this village a bit stronger. I'm just gonna try and get this card, and then I'm just gonna see what's over this map here, and see if I can, take out that army that's over there. And I've actually found the gameplay to be really quite addictive. Now, it's not anything special to look at, I'll be perfectly honest. The graphics are just okay. The voice acting's a little bit cringy, if I'm being honest too. But the gameplay loop is quite addictive. So for you fans out there that like a decent strategy game, you could actually do much worse than this. I've actually been pretty impressed with it. Yes, it's not going to eat up your time forever and a day, but the campaign mode's quite deep, quite addictive. There's not a great deal of difference between the different clans, if I'm being particularly honest. But it is a decent enough strategy game, so I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. It's certainly worth picking up in a sale, and it's in a sale right now on the PlayStation Store if you want to try it out. So I hope you found this review useful. Thank you very much for watching.